Hey everybody, this is Andrew from the Bad Guitars podcast.
And my name is Kat.
And I just messed up that intro. We usually do that a little bit different.
What do you do?
Because I said the name of the podcast before you said your name. I usually say my name, you say your name, we say the name of the podcast, and then we say the episode number.
Oh, you say hello, this is Andrew from the Bad Guitars.
Because that's how I do my intros on the gear videos.
Okay.
All right, so hey everybody, this is Andrew.
And this is
No,
Kat.
I still did it wrong. I still did it wrong.
Who cares? Just let's get into it.
Or no,
what are we going to talk about?
Do I say the name of the podcast first? Welcome everybody to the Bad Guitars podcast.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Anyway, it's episode 25.
Is it?
We're losing it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're doing 2 episodes back to back right now and releasing them at separate times throughout the week. So we just did the one for Sunday. This is going to be the one for Thursday or Wednesday. So I'm already messing it up.
So that makes sense for you if you watch the 2 episodes and we have the same exact clothes.
Yeah. And if you don't, you probably wouldn't even recognize that we're, you probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
So because we are doing 2 back to back, there are some things I meant to cover in the first one that I missed. So that's all right. We already have a list. We have a separate list for this episode. So
okay.
That's why I would recommend, if you are a fan of the show, to watch both episodes in the week, because you might think like, oh, hey, what about this thing that came out this week? They didn't talk about it. Chances are we got it. We got it in the next one.
It next one, yeah.
But sad piece of news. A brand that we've covered a few times, small pedal company.
Oh yeah.
VVCo.
That's really sad.
So I have a statement from them that I brought up.
Okay.
It's pretty sad. So this was posted actually earlier this evening, Saturday the 8th. So it says, "It is with a heavy heart that I share this news. The VVCo Pedals family has lost our friend, genius builder, and partner Steve Shepard. Steve was a major part of the success we have had in a short time. He was an electronics wizard and never said no to any of my crazy ideas or designs. He loved a challenge, and I certainly gave him plenty. If you were lucky enough to own one of our pedals, please keep it and share our vision, crazy designs, and Steve's hard work and love for building. VVCo pedals will not be the same and may not recover, but remember that we made an impression on the effects pedal world, and hopefully it inspires future builders and players to be creative. As for now, I will keep the company alive with this account and our Reverb page, keeping my options open and welcoming any ideas for our future. Please check out Steve's account at Ziz or Fight Studio and share any stories about our pedals. I would like to keep his memory alive with your stories and pictures of the pedals he built that are making amazing music all over the world." So it seems like, it was a partnership, and Steve was the primary builder and designer. So unfortunately, it looks like, for now at least, they might not be putting anything else out until he figures out, are they gonna get a new builder?
Their
or
pedals were insane.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. So
are.
If you're not familiar, which you should be, they take fuzz pedals and delay pedals and they put them in things like the Mystery Machine or Darth Vader's chest pack thing, the DeLorean, Transformers. They have a little can of spam. They got Optimus Prime. They got the cubes from Super Mario Brothers that the question marks on them. So it's kind of sad because we've covered several of their pedals on this channel before.
Yeah. They are just so creative, though.
It's also part of what inspired us to do our charcuterie thing with putting pedals in strange objects. So that was a pretty sad piece of news to stumble upon earlier this evening.
Yeah.
So we wish them the best. It's always sad to see.
They can keep going, though.
It's always sad to see something happen like that. Not just the pedal community, just
in general,
hardworking, good people. This is one that I didn't talk to you about prior to this.
Okay.
I don't know if you know anything about this at all, even.
I don't know what's that.
So this is the Godin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Godin. They've been around forever. This next word is going to be even harder to say. Lerxst Grace Alex Lifeson signature electric guitar. Grace Red with Vega tremolo. So the whole Lerxst brand, which I'm probably saying that incorrectly too, is the brand owned by Alex Lifeson of Rush.
I don't know.
The band Rush?
God, I don't know. Do I know them?
Yeah, you've got to. I know you've heard them. I know you have heard them, but like
I don't know, but okay.
They don't really have very many female fans. I don't think. They were like they were a trio. You must know who Rush is.
Do I have no idea? But okay.
Their drummer Neil Peart was considered like the greatest drummer in rock music. Up until his death.
Okay.
Geddy
Alex
Lee.
Lifeson.
Geddy Lee's the lead singer, bass player, keyboard player. No, okay. It's blowing my mind that you don't know.
Okay.
It's not like I play a lot of Rush around the house or anything. So Alex Lifeson is the guitarist. He's launched his own brand. He's got amps. He's got pedals, I believe, at this point.
Okay.
So now Godin is building the guitars for his brand. And there's some kind of like modified Super Strat. So let's talk about this one. $4,000. How about that?
My pills.
So it looks like red with like an anodized steel or aluminum. Sorry. It might actually be a steel pickguard. I don't know. We'll get into the specs here in a second. First, right off the bat, I can see it's like a 2-point tremolo, Vega trem. The jack is backwards. You see that?
I see it.
That's kind of strange. So I wonder if he's using like right angle cables or something for that. You have 2 knobs, volume and tone. Looks like you got some kind of hot rails, bridge pickup, and then it's an HSS configuration. You do have a toggle switch up on the horn here. I don't know what that does. Headstock has his brand name. It says Grace is the name of the guitar. Comes with a case. How about that?
Okay.
Let's see what the specs are on this thing. Bask in the solid body electric that is the Lerxst Grace Alex Lifeson signature from Godin. True Rush aficionados will recognize this modern-day HSS string, 6 strings, homage to the Sight and Sonics of the Red Mirror guitar that he used throughout 1984 tour. Now, I'm not familiar with what guitars he used in his career.
Okay.
Let's see. S-style swamp ash body rests comfortably for standing and playing unlimited access to every fret to fill both rhythmic and virtuosic duties with conviction. Given a slightly flattened C-neck profile, ebony top maple neck with fingerboard combo promotes not only a grip that meets standards of himself. Okay, so do they call him Lerxst? I've never heard that as his like nickname. Anyway, it's a Strat. It's a Strat.
What are the specs on this thing?
You get 18:1 ratio tuners, Graphtec Tusk Nut, Vega Tremolo, Bequeath, maximum creativity, free will for every player who crosses the pass with this guitar. 22 frets, it looks like. Here we go. So yeah, it says pays tribute to the sights and sounds of his guitar. Familiar contoured S-style body with swamp ash feels fantastic over the shoulder. Maple C neck, flattened C profile, shallower, more modern playing feel. 22 ebony finger. Okay, so it's an ebony fingerboard, 22 frets. The HSS Lerxst pickup arrangement taps into Lifeson's signature lush and harmonic tonality. Cutaway mounted selector switch and master tone and volume controls provide ideal tone shaping options. Yeah, 18:1 seal back tuners, precise and dependable. You get the Tusk Nut, which a lot of people are upgrading to anyway these days. The Vega Trem. And you get an autograph and an official certificate of authenticity. Okay, so these are actually hand-signed by him.
Oh,
they must be limited then. Here's what we're looking for. The more detailed bolt-on, ebony fretboard. You got dots for the inlays. Doesn't have what I was looking for on here.
I just wanted to know what was that made of. What is that? Like aluminum? No, that's not aluminum.
The pickguard?
Yeah, what is that made of?
It doesn't say right here.
That's what I was looking for.
I didn't see that in the description.
What is that made of?
But also, it's not. What is the 3-way, or what is the toggle switch? Is it a coil tap? Because it says controls 1 volume, 1 tone, but there's a toggle on this thing. And I didn't see that in the description. And it looks like the pickups are made in-house because these are his signature pickups. It doesn't say they're made by anybody. Because it looked like it was a Hot Rails humbucker. So it doesn't have full description of what this thing does.
No.
Oh wait,
really.
here we go. Here we go. Lerxst accurate and cutaway mounted three-way selector switch with mass. No, it doesn't. So it's a three-way selector, but it's a guitar that usually would have a five-way toggle. So I don't know what your combinations are. I think you're just using one at a time. Then I would assume. $4,000 Strat comes with the case. Or you can buy, if you're on Sweetwater, they have a certified open box that you can save $700 on.
Yeah.
Damn. What if the pickguard scratched to shit?
Well, we don't know that.
Let's look at the pictures.
But it's 3,300.
I don't see what's wrong with it. But why are they knocking 700?
Well, there's
off
something
this thing?
wrong with that.
Why are they knocking 700? I could see them knocking off like $100 like
There's
they usually
something
would.
wrong with that one.
It's got to be scratched up or something. Right there.
Why?
What is it? It says there's something right there, but
One
what is
inch.
it?
One
Is it
inch
that little
wide.
speck near like where the truss rod hole is?
Dude, that's not little.
That right here. That
No,
it's a dot.
silly.
What are
It's
you looking at?
broken.
Where is it broken?
Right here.
That line? Oh, is it the
Dude.
finish? I think it's the finish is just cracked.
Is that
right
the
there.
finish? That's
Yeah,
a crack.
they wouldn't sell that with the wood cracked.
Okay.
It's a huge blemish. Yeah.
It's big.
And it's on like the one part of the guitar that people can see when you're playing it.
I can see why they
dang.
knocked the
Yeah, that looks like
$700.
that's the only place that somebody probably bought this and returned it
Yeah.
because they opened it up and saw it was like that.
Okay.
Dang. Well, we spent too much time on this guitar.
Yeah. You did.
I'm not super excited to. I don't like. We've talked about this. I don't like signature guitars for the sake of it being somebody's signature guitar. I did own the J Mascis Squire Jazzmaster at one point, and that was a great guitar. But I didn't want it necessarily because it was his signature. I got it from my grandmother's then fiance. She's married to him now, but at the time it was her fiance. He didn't know what he had. He's just like, oh, some Jazzmaster. It needs some work. You want it? He sold it to me for like $100 or something. He didn't know who J Mascis was, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it for sure. So let's move on. We got some pedals.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Did we miss anything else already? Nope.
I don't know
All right.
because we talk a lot about that guitar.
Oh, so this is a pre-order for the next round. This is a pedal, I guess the first round already sold out. The Gentleman Fuzz and Boost from O.C.E. Pedals and Buddy Blues. So for those that are not aware, O.C.E. is original Chris Evans, not to be confused with the actor. So that's why it's called O.C.E. Pedals.
Original Chris Evans.
Original Chris Evans.
Okay.
That's the guy that built him.
Okay.
So he's the original Chris Evans, and then Buddy Blues is a big YouTuber. So,
Have I seen that one?
he's the dude with the beard and like kind of slick back hair. Plays a lot of blues riffs.
I probably haven't.
You might have. Collaboration with O.C.E. Pedals and Buddy Blues, the Gentleman Fuzz and Boost is your one-stop effect fixer. Guaranteed to dapper up your tone and infuse your guitar licks with class. Put on your tops and tails, shine up your monocle, and add the Gentleman to your signal chain and delight in class and tone today. Combines classic 2-transistor fuzz circuit with a dirty character boost. You can run the fuzz alone into a dirty amp, use the boost into a clean amp to simulate an overdriven amp, or run everything dirty to get some compressed violin-type tones. Fuzz circuit is maxed internally, so you just control the level of dirt with your guitar's volume pot. Controls are level, controls the fuzz level. Boost controls the output of the boost. Sweet controls the character of the boost from punchy to almost fuzzy. Side effects may include looking down on your fellow players, exploiting front-of-house workers, excessively popping champagne bottles, and forcing your chauffeur to load a 412 cabinet into the trunk of your Rolls Royce. All O.C.E. pedals are hand-built in Burbank, California,
Okay.
with lead-free solder. So
Okay.
maybe he can sell his pedals without the cancer notification. The California, whatever is a Prop 64 or something. It's a good-looking pedal. I like the choice of knobs on this thing.
I was gonna say I like the knobs. They are
Yeah.
huge, but I like them.
Well, I think they're huge probably for the easy access with your foot. Oh, look at the inside of that thing too.
That looks really
That's
nice.
clean. So yeah, it looks like just by a glance here. Yeah, I think it's definitely a fuzz face. I mean, it's a two transistor fuzz. So these are like a tone bender or a fuzz face. Most likely with Buddy Blues, it's gonna be a fuzz face. Pretty sweet. Got both their logos on there. What's the price on this?
$219.
I could see it. I mean, it's a signature pedal, so I could see it.
It looks nice though.
It does for your high end blues playing.
Okay.
This next one's gonna be kind of a big one. Actually, we'll come back to this because it is a big one.
Okay.
The Zerofret. We've covered some Zerofret stuff before. Coming soon, he's got the Hate Muff, Op Amp Muff, and HM2 hybrid.
Okay.
So 2 classic Doom sounds. You got your Big Muff, and you got your Boss HM2, which is the heavy metal. So it's pretty cool.
It's also pre-order.
Yeah, it's on pre-order. Looks like it drops Monday 10th, February 8th, 8 p.m. Or February 8 p.m.
Almost.
I'm reading that backwards. Yeah, so it's Monday the 10th of February at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Dang. I don't know what GMT is.
I don't know, but I do like that he says, or she says, I don't know who the
It's a
owner
guy.
is.
Yeah, it's a dude.
I will purchase the parts and have them built and shipped within a couple of weeks, but he's gonna wait for the pre-orders first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like it.
Well, I mean, you don't want to. Not all builders can afford to, take that risk of just buying all the parts in advance. The unfortunate thing is that we live in the U.S., so
Yeah.
getting it, selling it for 155 euros for us to get it here, who knows?
We don't know.
Great
how much
looking
that
pedal
is.
though. A lot of his stuff
It
always
looks
looks
really
cool.
cool though.
That thing's gonna be a huge Doom machine. So this is gonna be the third batch of the
Okay.
Hate Muff. I always get the notifications when he puts out a pedal, and then this happened last time. By the time I opened the email
It was
later in the day, it was like an
sold
hour or
out?
two later. Yeah, it was already sold out, I think.
Wow. Wow.
And he's labeling it as the most aggressive Big Muff variant on the market. Places are limited, so set your alarms. Yeah, it's going to sell out pretty quick. There's like what the previous version looked like. So this new one, like this new art, looks really good.
It is really cool though.
Because he had like a cracked texture one before, and this new one is like a very sludgy, it looks like a Doom cover. Looks cool though. So you get a three-way mid-scoop volume, the amount of hate that you're bringing in,
What
which
are
is the
they
HM2.
located though?
Somewhere in the UK. He's British, I think, or maybe he lives in Wales. I don't remember. But yeah, you get the 70s op amp Big Muff, and you just add that HM2 tone stack to it called the Hate Control. That's really cool. I gotta look into more demos on this thing because I don't know if he changed up the circuit at all from the last version, but it's a huge sound. So I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, what else do you have?
Don't have any information on this one yet.
But it's coming soon.
Let me check Instagram because that's where I saw this originally. But on his website, I'm not seeing. This is the Aquanaut from Berserker Electronics. So all he said is after years of on and off development on this one, it's just about ready for prime time. Stay tuned. So it's a 3-knob analog delay. Their website just shows a 3-day mock-up of it, but I'll show you here.
Aquanaut? What's the name?
So we'll have this on the screen, but I'm just showing
Okay.
Cat real quick. The Aquanaut. So 3-knob delay. Blend, delay, and repeats are your controls. Top mounted jacks, 9-volt DC.
Nice.
Looks clean. Got those old school like Big Muff style pointer knobs. No price listed on here yet. It just says coming soon.
If you had to guess, what would you say is the price? Like between 200, 300, 300,
250.
400?
My guess 250. 249. I don't know.
For $9.99.
I mean, it could be $199, but that seems kind of low for like a real analog delay. Like a boutique. Let's look at his. Let's look at what else he has.
Okay.
Did we not cover the prehistoric dog before? I thought
I
we
don't
covered it.
remember, but it's so loud.
All right.
Wow.
So here you go. So autopilot overdrive 129. The little sister is 129. Prehistoric dog, which is like a 5-knobber. Ooh, that's like
My
a
bad.
Sun Beta lead bass preamp. That's pretty cool. So that one's 179. Moldy Peach, probably a fuzz. Yeah, fuzz drive, Moldy Peach. That one's 129. The Caldra, Colossal Fuzz, 129. So I could be a little over. It's probably like 199.
They don't look that expensive.
It's probably like 199.
Okay.
But I'm guessing.
I mean, we're
we'll
guessing
find
here.
out.
We don't know how
I'm
much
sure we'll
it
find
is,
out
but
later
we
on.
will tell you later. Okay.
All right. So, I do have something else here real quick. We got some
Okay.
news for this week.
Why?
All right. So I saw in people's Instagram stories. So I believe Audio Cultivation Project was the first account that I saw post this, and then other pedals
What happened?
reposted it to their story and then added to it. So I believe the original message here is Audio Cultivation Project says, "Hey y'all, oh no, they shared somebody else's initially. It looks like I don't know how many times this was reposted, so I don't know which text on this. I will share it on the screen. I don't know which text is which person, but it looks like, just based on what I'm reading, one account says, "Hey y'all, friendly reminder that this is happening now," and it's a screenshot of their order of components. And they say this particular order was $246.20. This is basically a 50% increase in price.
Wow.
And it looks like they're ordering from a company in Hong Kong. So, just in taxes and fees, it was $125.78 in US dollars, on top of already paying for $246 worth of components. So small builders can't. We talked about this last time.
Yeah.
They can't keep up with these new tariffs on China, on Chinese imported goods. Which a lot of the smaller builders, that's what they can afford. Like the foot switches, the jacks, you go with the cheaper ones you can afford, and then you save that money to put towards your enclosures, your research and development, other areas that you save in some areas so you can put back into the value of your pedals in other places. So it says the tariffs are going to sink other pedals. Oh, here we go. So other pedals is the one that reshared this, and they said, "Fuck, this is bad, bad, bad for me. Scared as hell for the pedal future." And then this is where other pedal says, "These tariffs are going to sink other pedals before we even get a foot out the door." Zach from Audio Cultivation Project shared this pic in which he's charged with a $125 duty fee just for the PCBs. So that's where a lot of people get their PCBs. Is they design them themselves here in America, but they have to outsource that work to print and cut and ship their PCBs to them.
Okay.
So that's not good. We just got to hope for the best, but seems like that's where things are heading for smaller builders. We even had things like, we talked about a couple weeks back. Fano Guitars joined back up with Novo Guitars, which, Dennis Fano originally owned Fano Guitars and sold it and then started Novo. So they just joined back up as a conglomerate with like a British company in control over the whole operation, which I think is because one of the two wasn't, maybe both, were not making the sales that they thought they would, like post-pandemic. They were just not doing as well as they were. Everyone was buying a guitar during the pandemic, and that really messed up the whole industry of guitars, pedals, amps, that it just became an oversaturated used market. A lot of people started their companies during the pandemic, did really well initially, and a lot of them are gone already. And that's kind of sad. I mean, like, there's Siren Pedals was making a high quality product. It looked great, sounded great. They had little playing cards they threw in the box with your pedal, buttons, stickers. All graphic design was on point. Pogo Pedals, he was featured on the JHS show, gone. AWOL Pedals disappeared for a while, came back. Big Ear Pedals, well known in this industry, well respected and well loved by a lot of people. They had to take a long break, and they're just barely coming back from it. So I think it's becoming unsustainable for a lot of smaller builders to make this their only thing. So hopefully they can find a balance between maybe having to work a different job while doing this. A lot of them are already working other jobs, and this was, a hobby that became additional income for them. But
I mean, it's obviously we're not pedal builders, but we had talked about this. Like, we do this podcast. This podcast doesn't give us like any money.
Yeah.
Like, we have full-time jobs.
Yeah,
like,
but we're working towards making this something.
But it's like we understand the struggle. It's just like them. We had to work full-time, and we just do the podcast basically any time that we have.
Yeah, but a lot of these people did dive full on into this as their full-time thing, and they were sustainably being able to do it for a long time. So it just kind of sucks to see. It sucks to hear these stories.
Yeah.
Which I can see why Josh Scott is so crazy about preserving the history of these companies, because it's not just about the pedals; it's like the stories of the people behind them.
Yeah.
So, kind of sad. And with that note, we'll take a quick second here to look at what else we got. Just one more.
Okay.
But it's actually 9 pedals.
Oh, God.
So I think I saw something about this a couple weeks back, that the admin from Pedal Boards of Doom posted about this, that he was diving back into the music industry, working with several different brands. So I don't know what capacity. So I don't want to misspeak because I don't know the details whatsoever.
Okay.
But I believe he was the first person I saw post about these. And this is a brand new pedal company.
Oh.
And upon their release, they have 9 pedals.
Yeah.
They're based out of Nashville. They're already all sold out, it looks like.
What's their name?
Thorn SoundLabs.
Okay.
So I don't know if these are already sold out, or if they just haven't listed them for sale yet. But they've got the website built and everything. So we're going to just look at these real quick. Like I said, there's 9 of them, so we don't have time to cover all these.
I mean...
But quick rundown real quick before we jump into them. It looks like they're all fairly similarly formatted. You got a couple drive pedals here that have 8 knobs, 7 knobs, things like that.
5 knobs.
5 knobs. There's like a frequency booster, it looks like. So we'll check out each one real quick. Okay. I haven't heard what any of these sound like yet. Bad Cash. This is your 8 knobber here. You have a symmetry switch. You have a class A, B, and A. So it's called the Bad Cash Flex Drive. You can run at 9 to 18 volts. It's a highly flexible overdrive pedal designed to deliver a wide range of tones, from smooth bluesy drive to an intense rock grit. Comprehensive set of controls, including drive, damping, headroom, volume, bass, mid, treble, and presence. So it's almost like an amp in a box style classic overdrive.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, the whole class AB/A thing. Really cool. So I would assume it's more like a blues overdrive kind of thing. Bad Cash makes me think it might be a play on like the Bad Monkey from Digitech, where that has a huge range of sounds, but this thing takes it even further.
Okay, that one, how much is it?
180, which seems pretty fair.
That's not bad. What's the next one?
I'm not sure exactly how they pronounce this one.
Okay,
so we'll call it Bastard. We'll call it the Bastard. 175. It is a bass pedal. Gain, damping, headroom, volume, bass, mid, treble, and blend. You have class A, B, and class A switching, symmetry control, just like the other one. And then there's a mid frequency, looks like a notch slider here. Takes you 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, and 1.6 hertz.
Okay.
Kilohertz. What is this thing based off? Doesn't say. It's just a bass preamp.
Okay. So that's the second one.
Yeah, that's 175. So that's cool. Very versatile. I don't think it has XLR out, so I don't think this is your all-in-one DI box kind of thing. Pretty cool. I said I'm not a huge fan of the name on that one, though. Black Swamp Effects Pedal. This is a Flex Fuzz. This one's a little different than the last two.
A little bit more expensive too. It's $190.
$190, yeah. So your controls here are gain, damping. You have a mid-frequency control, which has notches all around it where you can dial in from, it looks like, 300 hertz to 2000. Volume, treble, bass. So you get the 3-band EQ. Character. Let's see what that's about. S, N, and H are your 3 modes here. So it's smooth, normal, and hot. Choose between fuzz character settings, while the hard clip on and off switch allows you to toggle between hard and soft clipping for different types of distortion. So it just seems like a super versatile distortion and fuzz. $190. What's interesting, it seems like these are all like unique circuits. It's not saying they're based on anything.
No, really.
The Magma, this has got to be like your metal distortion. Yeah, okay. Versatile, powerful metal distortion, specifically designed to meet the needs of modern heavy guitar tones. It's got a built-in noise gate. Looks like you have the same 3-band EQ, but the mid control has a mid-frequency selector in between. So not only do you assign how much mids you want, you assign which mid frequencies you want. So pretty cool. And then gain, damping, headroom, volume. Like I said, 3-band EQ. Oh, this one has 9 knobs, actually, because you have the gate control.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Which I've come to learn using, like, the fuzz amp pedals.
Okay.
That the gate feature on a distortion or fuzz is, like, super useful. I'd never used anything with a gate before, so.
Well, that one is $225.
$225, yeah, you're getting up there in price.
Yep.
Silver Spurs. Okay, I'm going to take a guess before we jump into this. It's going to be like a silver panel vendor. Silver Spurs is a versatile distortion pedal that delivers powerful dynamic tones, featuring a comprehensive set of controls. Gain, damping, headroom, volume, bass, mid, treble, and presence. Nope, I was wrong. Probably more like a Mesa Boogie kind of thing. Again, we have no idea. We haven't heard any videos yet.
That one is $180.
$180. Dang. Can you imagine like taking the time to develop all these pedals and then like drop them all at once?
That's insane.
It's insane. Okay, next one is $189. This is the Steam Effects pedal, Flex Comp. This compressor. Okay. Your controls are threshold, amount, attack, release, output. You have an auto and manual, and there's something called detail. What does detail do?
Well, go to the specifications.
Doesn't say. The auto manual switch adds an extra layer of flexibility, allowing you to choose between the automatic attack and release time, or ability to manually dial in your preferred settings. So I think when you're on the manual, the detail is where you choose the sensitivity of the effect, whereas auto mode does it, automatically. So $189. Dang, we're not even okay. Yeah, we are halfway through on these.
Okay.
Here's another bass pedal. It looks like the Flex Bass Compressor. Okay, so Steam Bass. Same controls as the last one, but obviously like tailored more for bass frequencies. $195 on that one. What was the last one? $189.
Yeah, $189. Yeah. This one is $195.
Dang. All right, this one stood out the most to me. What is this? The Freak with a Q. Effects pedal, double stage booster.
That one is cheap.
That looks cool. This is the coolest looking one in my opinion.
$140.
$140. You have damping, gain plus and minus, boost. You choose which frequency you're boosting as well, and it looks like you have independent controls between the frequency selector and the gain control, and then the boost.
Okay.
So yeah, with its intuitive controls, damping, gain, boost, and frequency, this pedal allows you to dial in everything from subtle boost to powerful stage-ready tones. The free control lets you fine-tune a targeted frequency rate, additional boost or cut, offering more tonal versatility. That's about it. Cool. And I think we might have just one more on here.
I think so, yeah.
The Treminator. Flex Trem.
That one is $229.
That looks cool. That almost looks like a... It looks somewhere between like Sub Decay pedals and Death by Audio. Like it seems like it meets right in the middle there somewhere. The Treminator. Your controls are symmetry, mix, volume, rate, something called the multiplier, and then there is sine wave and square wave controls. You do have tap tempo, so you have 2 foot switches. See, the Treminator is a highly flexible tremolo pedal that offers a wide range of tonal possibilities. Symmetry control, just the waveform. With the rate and multiplier, you can easily dial in perfect tremolo effect to any musical style. Multiplier control allows precise manipulation of the tremolo speed, providing current.
Okay.
I don't know. It seems pretty self-explanatory for the most part. The multiplier was the only thing I was a little confused about. Is it essentially assigns you like the ratio of where you're fine-tuning the rate. So, okay.
229.
229. Now, I think that might be all of them. But I want to look into the About section on this, see what's going on here. Do they have an About section?
How do you figure out that's a new store? That's a new shop or whatever?
Well, because I got my sources.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm always looking into what I can find. Like I said, I saw this pop up in the Pedal Boards of Doom group. I'm pretty sure it was the admin. I believe his name is Lee. Thought he was the first person I saw post about this and say that he was somehow involved with the company. I'm not sure how. So I'm not trying to speculate or say anything. I'm going to read their About section real quick and see what it's about. But I think I saw somebody else post about it today. All right, so Nashville's rich musical heritage and creativity provided the perfect backdrop for a collective of engineers, seasoned tour musicians, industry veterans, and passionate tone enthusiasts to come together. United by a singular vision, we set out to redefine effects pedals, not by creating just another overdrive pedal, but by crafting tools that inspire and shape sonic exploration. Our pedals are not merely accessories, they're instruments in their own right.
Okay.
But does it say who they are? Excellence is not just our goal, it's our standard. At Thorn Labs, we're relentless in our pursuit to sonic perfection, providing musicians with the effect pedals that deliver classic tones, unparalleled control, and creativity. Damping controls, headroom controls. It just explains like their unique labeling on some of the pedals.
Okay.
More headroom if you run everything at 18 volts. So I don't know if that gave us enough of an About Us section here, but
it's the same thing.
You know, because I always like to know who's building the stuff. You know.
Yeah.
I always like to know the details, so we could shout them out here. You know, we could talk about, oh, this guy is designing this pedal or whatever. But it seems kind of anonymous here. I mean, it says who they are, but
it says it's a collection. Really say, like, who's...
It says it's a collection of like builders or what were you saying?
No, it doesn't really say like this person builds this. You know, a lot of pedals are like, Mark does this.
Yeah. So we'll have to look, dig deeper into this. I'll have to check their Instagram if they have one. And where can you buy these?
Okay.
There's only 3 music stores or 3 locations you can buy. You can buy in Belgium, 2 shops in Germany, and 1 shop in Slovakia.
Oh.
But it looks like the only other place you can buy is directly on their website. So.
Okay.
Where they're sold out completely right now. So.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I think the curiosity got to a lot of people. I wonder if they were at NAMM too, because like, if they were, that could account for like why this is also and why they don't have more dealers listed yet. Because if they went to NAMM, they probably made a bunch of deals with people to get dealership.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so we'll have to follow them, see what's going on there. I like their designs; they look cool. Like I said, they don't seem like they're just clones of things. I wasn't sure with this Bad Cash. I thought maybe that was a play on the Bad Monkey, but it doesn't really seem like it. And they have the tremolo, so let's see if maybe they come out with like delays, reverbs.
Go ahead and click on their Instagram.
Did you see it somewhere?
Yeah, at the end of the page.
Oh, they also have a YouTube and a Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see their Instagram really quick, see if it says something different that is on their website.
No, just a handful of posts.
Nope. Okay.
I'm not signed in on here, so it's not going to show us the full everything. Let's see about Facebook.
Oh. No, it's just a picture of the pedals.
This says they were founded in 2021 in Nashville. But as far as I'm aware, they just launched all of these pedals at the same time. Oh yeah, they were at NAMM. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to look more into them, see what all they're about.
We have to look into their YouTube channel.
Yeah. Oh, did I close? Videos. I closed the tab again. But I think that might just be all we had for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Like I said, our new format. This episode will be dropping on Thursday of whatever week we're going into.
Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Oh, Wednesday. You're right. Yeah. I don't know. So the last episode we recorded will drop it Sunday. This one will come out on Wednesday. If I am able to record and edit another video, there will be a gear video coming out. I'll probably be doing this week's on the, I'm thinking the Monger Snake Wine Fuzz. Probably the next one.
Well, if you can, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to do just all fuzzes back to back every week, but I do have a lot of fuzzes to cover right now. Because the last one I did was a Keeley Octosi.
Yeah.
Which was a video I put off for a long time before I was able to get to it. Because I did a bunch of other videos in between and kept doing reshoots on it. And ultimately just scrapped it and started over. So I think the Monger pedals, the Snake Wine Fuzz that they sent out to me in that giveaway, I think I'll do that one next.
Okay.
Usual stuff, like, subscribe, leave some comments. We'd appreciate it. Anything helps the channel. If you haven't checked us out on the audio podcast formats.
Oh, well, that's true. But kind of our main thing is YouTube, though.
Yeah, we're kind of, I think this is where the bulk of our audience is.
Yeah.
So, and we are trying out something a little bit more frequently now. We're going to try to do these as premieres. It's always been kind of hit or miss. So, even if 4 people show up, one of us will be there in the chat. So, if not both of us. So, we'll be there, asking questions, having a good conversation. Just, we love talking about anything. So, we'll see you there if you want to be there. Other than that, you got anything?
No.
No?
Okay. Nothing.
All right, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.